This is Deus Ex Human Revolution, or however you say it. Uh, some people say it different ways. So, what is this game about? This game is about several different things. Now, keep in mind, I have not finished the game. I've hardly even gotten into the game. So, just consider that. This is my kind of first impressions, and I don't think they're going to change anytime soon. It's gonna get a three-pronged story. First, you get the non-augmented person that becomes augmented. Then you got mercenaries, robot mercenaries, and then you got Megan's dead. And then you get the world surrounding it, if you count that as a story. And all those stories do exceptionally well. Even if you don't choose to do your own digging, it's amazing what they've done with the side missions, the story missions. They just feel very organic. Like, okay, I should go here because there's danger and it's connected to things. And her mother is asking about Megan. She wants some closure. I should probably do that. Which, apparently, I did not do all the side missions. Yeah, I'll probably replay it. The voice cast sometimes can come off a bit wooden, but you can overlook it for the story. The graphics are a bit dated, but granted, I am playing this game in 2014 where we have photorealism, and the game came out 3 years ago. So I can't really, but it does surprisingly hold up, even if the cutscenes don't. The cutscenes, the mechanics are amazing. There's this early on point which I still can't. I don't know if this decides your fate in the game or whatever, or what kind of person you'll be in the game, but you have a choice in the very first mission after you get your augmentations, whether or not you want to be lethal or non-lethal. And I'm like, okay, this is a hostage situation. I'm going non-lethal. That seems like the smart thing to do. I was wrong. I've never been so more so wrong. And even though it asks you, yes, I have a lisp a little bit. It really doesn't take into consideration multiple playstyles. It just says you can either be, yes, you can be both, but we're going to reward you for being non-lethal. And I'm like, man, that sucks. So I have to go out of my way now and just use the stun gun all the time. Which the weapon wheel is amazing. It pauses the action and it's like, alright, think. What do I want to do? So it's not like too unfair to where, like, if you go into a weapon wheel and you're like, alright, there's somebody coming, I gotta take them out. It's not so unfair to where it's like, oh, jeez, I gotta do that. I got a dude walking my way, and he's still walking my way. Oh no, you don't have to deal with that. If you're managing things, or if you're in a menu, or you're managing your weapons, as long as you're not in open gameplay, meaning you are not in any sort of menu, you're just playing the game. You are not in the weapon wheel, you're not in the inventory system, you're not in the map, any of that, you're screwed. Because if you play on the normal difficulty, 3 headshots and you're dead, pretty much. Yeah. Let's talk more about the game. The locations are superbly diverse. First mission, first places are a factory, which I'll admit it's not the most original thing. A police station, a a manufacturing plant, a FEMA plant, um, and stuff like that. I recently got the hang shot, I think, and now I'm at Taiwan Medical, and I'm like, my mind's blown. I mean, Hangshaw is very similar to Detroit, now it's set up, but every city feels different. Every place feels different. So you can be like, all right, I've been in this place before. I know where everything is, and you don't have to deal with those enemies again. Once you take them out, they're done. Now I did come across a gang in the Derelict Row area of Detroit, and I'm like, oh, these people weren't here before. So I think there'll still be like places like that once I finish the game. And also, I've been told that if you get enough, that you should upgrade hacking a lot, apparently. You shouldn't just go online and look at the wikis and all that. Because apparently, this game is you want to do that, apparently, because you get XP and bonuses. And I'm like, if there's a code online, I'm gonna gravitate towards that code. Not just because it's easier, but because the hacking minigame is lame. I don't want to have to focus all my research points into stupid hacking stuff. I want to, unless it's fun. And if it's not like this case, I don't want to invest a lot of time in that. But I have fully upgraded my hacking skill because the game forces you to. Because there are some places you cannot go back to. Like, I got all the way up to hacking level 5, where I can hack any door or any safe. And it's like, alright, cool. Or any computer, really. But it still doesn't do much, except for drop your detection rate, which is stupid. I feel like it should make it a bit easier to hack. That's my personal opinion. Music's top notch. You really feel like you're fully immersed in that world. Music's like, alright. And sometimes the music gives you cues too. Sometimes when it'll pick up the pace and like like if it starts having like rock music, it's like, oh, there's somebody calling. But it's that since there's an alarm system, you're like, wait a minute. Were they not gonna have a HUD in this? That kind of, I would love to turn that HUD off. If I could just be like, alright, I can manually check everything. Because honestly, you really can manually check everything. You don't have to rely on HUD visuals. Because you can see tatters and clothing. Well, I don't know if you can see tatters, but you can see like bullet holes, and you're like, I'm probably gonna die soon. So, yeah. But there is parts of the game where it's like, oh, come on. because it relies on tropes a lot. Um, like I've seen people compare it to RoboCop. I've seen people compare it to well, actually, I've only heard people compare it to RoboCop, but and maybe Halo sometimes, and it relies on those like he's a cop, Mexican town, and I'm like, but really to wrap this up, the verdict is you should buy it regardless of price. It's a really great game. In fact, when I stumbled across the scam, I was like, oh, this is a game that I really wanted to play back when it came out, and I didn't. And I didn't even pick up the director's cut. I just picked up the base game, and I'm probably gonna pick up DLC for it, to be quite honest. But that about does it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. And you know what to do. Bye bye.